Conor McGregor has made it known to the whole MMA community that he wants to return back to the octagon soon. UFC president Dana White tied McGregor's return to his medical clearance from a leg injury suffered against Dustin Poirier in July 2021. According to McGregor, he is close to getting a full medical clearance and might also return in July. As for who is next, McGregor has a variety of options and there is no frontrunner for his immediate return matchup. However, there is no shortage of fighters willing to fight with the Irish megastar. In today's video, we will be talking about Conor McGregor's 12 realistic opponents for his UFC return. Let's get started. Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz and Conor McGregor is one fight that lots of MMA fans would love to watch again, especially as Nate Diaz has only one fight left on his current contract. Dana White has been pushing for a third fight between these two fighters. In an interview with TMZ Sports TV show, the UFC president stated that, "I wouldn't count out on a Conor Nate 3. Listen, I'd be shocked if that fight didn't happen again." In reply to this remark made by White, Nate challenged Conor to prove that he is not fragile by tweeting, "Conor's gonna have to get him some wins and prove he's not so fragile first." McGregor replied both White and Diaz by posting a video of him knocking Nate down to the canvas and also tweeting, "Bounce them titties for the dollar." But only minutes after posting the video, he decided to delete it. Michael Chandler. The former king of Bellator, Michael Chandler will be meeting with fellow lightweight contender Tony Ferguson at the UFC 274. However, the American star is looking beyond that fight to a showdown with one of the greatest MMA fighters alive, the Notorious. Chandler is confident that he would defeat Tony and take on Conor this summer. Michael told MMA Fighting that, "It's one that I'm interested in. I want the Conor fight just for the magnitude of the moment." McGregor has verbally agreed on social media to make a fight with Chandler last year. Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson is a potential opponent for Conor McGregor. The duo had previously clashed on social media and have a lingering beef. Although Conor McGregor has many other options, a fight with Tony Ferguson would be a great piece of matchmaking. Another reason why this fight will be a good one for Conor is that a win over Tony Ferguson can take McGregor back into UFC title contention. A fight between Conor McGregor and Tony Ferguson would be awesome to watch, as Tony has a reputation of being an exciting fighter with his brand of combination striking and dangerous submissions, which has allowed him to finish a number of high-level opponents. However, Conor McGregor is equally as exciting to watch, and this is one of the reasons why he quickly rose to superstardom. Charles Oliveira. The Notorious has called out Charles Oliveira for a fight after Do Bronx defended his title against the Diamond at UFC 269 in December. On the other hand, Dana White, when speaking concerning McGregor's return to the octagon, said, "There's a lot of variables that have to come together for him to come back and fight. Number one is health and how's his leg. Once that's 100%, then we'll start to figure out where he goes." White also hinted that McGregor will fight the winner of the clash between Oliveira and GAETHJE. He added, "Well, it's going to depend on who the champion is. The champion has some say in that too. Who is going to be the champ when Conor McGregor comes back and what do they want to do?" Justin GAETHJE. Justin GAETHJE is a possible opponent of McGregor depending on the outcome of the UFC 274. GAETHJE had previously threatened him to burn it all down if irrelevant. Conor McGregor skips ahead of him in the queue for a title shot against UFC lightweight champion Charles Oliveira. GAETHJE is not really a fan of McGregor getting a title shot after 2 years of not winning any fight. Justin affirmed that if he won the belt against Oliveira, he would not grant the Irishman the chance to fight him as he has to work his way back into contention. "I would absolutely not allow him to fight for the title. He did not win and go through the process. He's gonna shit on everything that there's too many." Kamaru USMAN. Conor McGregor plans to return to the UFC in the welterweight division and get a shot at the 170-pound champion Usman. This is an opportunity for him to get a third division's title. Conor said, "I believe versus Usman for the 170-pound title for my comeback is the one I'm eyeballing at the minute, and I feel confident against Usman. A jab-happy, sloppy, orthodox wrestler with no submissions whatsoever. What's he gonna do? Where's the danger here? I don't see a danger with him." The UFC president Dana White is open to the idea that he told MAKHACHEV that, "Yeah, it's interesting, I hadn't heard that. He's coming into Vegas, we're getting together and we're gonna talk. We'll see what's next. Any Conor fight is good money-wise." In reply to the call out by Conor, the Nigerian Nightmare replied by tweeting, "You guys want a murder scene in the octagon." Rafael DOS ANJOS. Rafael DOS ANJOS says time is right to rebook him versus Conor McGregor. DOS ANJOS missed an opportunity to take on McGregor at UFC 196 in 2016. The then welterweight champ DOS ANJOS had to step down due to a foot injury. He was replaced by DIAZ, who shocked the world as a short-notice replacement when he submitted McGregor. However, it seems like the stars have realigned in favor of the DOS ANJOS and McGregor fight, as DOS ANJOS returned Saturday from 16 months of inactivity. McGregor eyes a July 2022 return after 12 months of recovery from injury. "I think the moment that we live in right now, that fight would make a lot of sense," DOS ANJOS said. Islam Makhachev. Conor McGregor has said he will fight shit-stain Islam Makhachev no sweat and claims the Russian doesn't leave a scratch on his opponents. McGregor was defeated by Makhachev's coach Khabib Nurmagomedov in October 2018, and this triggered 3 losses in his last 4 fights before stepping aside due to an injury. So a fight between McGregor and Makhachev will be a revenge by McGregor on Khabib's prodigy. Makhachev is one of the most feared fighters and is ranked 3rd amongst lightweight UFC fighters. Therefore, he has proved that he can face McGregor next. Robbie LAWLER. Robbie LAWLER got to the peak of his powers in 2015 when he fought against Rory MacDonald and Carlos Condit. LAWLER stood out as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world and became a genuine ticket seller due to his entertaining style. Ruthless dropped one of the most chilling and silently threatening lines in MMA history before his fight with Tyron Woodley in 2016. Obviously, that was a big fight. He told WBS TV about fighting McGregor. "He's a big draw, but it wouldn't have been good for him, because if I hurt him, I wasn't taking his neck." When asked what he would have taken, LAWLER was deadly serious as he replied, "His soul." McGregor, who is very popular for his trash talk, was unusually stoic when asked about a potential fight with LAWLER. "I won't say a bad word about Robbie," he told MMA Fighting. "He fights with his heart. He's been around the game so long, but if we fought, I would beat Robbie. I'm too fast for him. The size difference is not anything. I've stood beside him, I've seen him." Jorge Masvidal. Conor McGregor versus Jorge Masvidal is seen by most people as a two-way money fight. McGregor has always been the bigger draw, but Masvidal has gained steam in recent years, although losses have certainly hurt his stock. Regardless, Masvidal would still serve as a perfect foil for McGregor, who could see him as a name-worthy foe. Jorge Masvidal had previously written off the talk of him fighting Conor McGregor, but after seeing McGregor in Ireland, he changed his tune. The Irishman has packed on plenty of muscle. "I saw McGregor in Dublin. He's not small. He looked like he walks around 195 to 200 pounds jacket," Masvidal tweeted. Jake Paul, who isn't a friend of either man, thinks McGregor and Masvidal is the fight to make. "We already know Conor can't finish DIAZ," the YouTuber turned boxer said on social media. "The right fight to make is Sig Masvidal versus McGregor." Beneil Dariush. The fact is that Beneil Dariush is not as famous as the others on this list. That cannot be contested. However, since fights are booked based on merit and not on popularity, Dariush would perhaps be the best choice for McGregor to fight next. If McGregor is focused on titles, a win over Dariush would give him higher ground to state on to make the claim for another contention. The 21-1 fighter has won his last 9 fights in a row, defeating the likes of Tony Ferguson, Thiago Moises, and Drew Dober. Dariush is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with a complete mixed martial arts game. 13 of his wins have come via finish, 8 by submission and 5 by knockout or total knockout. As mentioned, he's on a 7-fight win streak and he hasn't tasted defeat since 2018. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel for more MMA content from us. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video. Goodbye.